Hello everyone, welcome to another Saturday Night Scares video. Now, as you can probably tell from this image, my face has become deformed. And, well, while not necessarily the best look that I've ever had in my life, I gotta say, really, it really captures, the essence of, the whole theme of Saturday Night Scares, you know what I mean? Just look at the texture here. Look at this beautiful tongue work right there. It's just slopped up to the side. It's just really compelling and hypnotic in a way. And look how elongated the nostrils have become. That's just, oh wow, that's just magnificent in its essence. Okay, let's see. And look at that brow. Look at that brow. It looks like a dragon burrowing out from the ground, and rising up in the essence of this deformity. Now, I know what you're thinking. The eye. Look at the eye right there, and look how this one is, just kind of dimmed out. But look at that eye. It's like right there. It's like a rising sun or a setting sun, whichever way you want to look at it. It's still magnificent. It's okay. Fine. It's crap. Okay, I just wanted to put it up there as a sight gag for the video. So. That's that one right there. What's going on, guys? Welcome to Saturday Night Scares. All right, we got a good one for you guys here tonight. Okay. Trying to bring up the stream on my phone here so I can pay attention to. Hey, Brando. I'm glad that you were able to catch on to that sight gag early on. How you doing, buddy? Oh boy, we got a good one tonight here, guys. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Did you see those red lights? You can, one would make the argument that they're just, regular taillights. But you see, I like to think of them more as crimson eyeballs staring at me from the darkness, ready to feast on my soul as hundreds and hundreds of monsters come crawling in and parading all around my body. And, oh, here comes headlights. Yeah, it's great, Brendo. Yeah, family is all good. I'm glad things are going good over there. So, tonight we got 6 more videos to watch. Starting with 10 scary videos that you won't forget from Chills. And let's go ahead and full screen this here. And then we're going to turn display on right here. And let us begin.
This top 10 list of scary ghost sighting videos are supposedly real and deserve further analysis. An abundance of paranormal activity means Stephanie Elmager is never truly home alone.
I'm going to walk around my house. The reason I'm filming this right now is I'm trying to catch some paranormal activity on my recorder. As you can see, there is nobody in my house. Do you hear that? My TV just came on.
A kids program politely tells her to get out of the house, and then the lights turn on by themselves.
Oh, and the alarm just went off. Do you see this? There is nobody in this house.
Right.
The TV just came on. Holy. If that was a ghost, give me another sign. Anything. You gotta be kidding me.
I saw that.
Did everybody see that?
I saw that.
She crosses the kitchen to show us where the light switches are, and
there is nobody in this house. Look, the lights are right there. If anybody at all, I'm gonna turn it off. It was even up. Look, if anybody... Holy... What the...
A bedroom is haunted by a pale figure with a long crooked neck who is either standing behind or on top of her bed. When she does a double take, she finds it much closer now, peering at her from around the door.
Oh my God. Okay, I don't get scared very often.
I didn't even notice that at first. I'm amazed that she did.
Just freaks me out. Okay. Let's walk back in there.
I agree with her completely. I saw it too, so either this is a real ghost sighting, which I'm almost sure it is, or we are both losing our minds.
I am not losing my mind. There is nobody in here. Look, there is nobody anywhere.
Bizarre live news footage of a ghost spotted in India has recently gone viral.
Whoa.
A group of friends are posing for the camera on New Year's when what's been reported as a real apparition floats past. At 30 seconds, the figure definitely takes a distinctively human shape and appearance. I can see its head, body, and two arms reaching out for them. One of them turns around and he doesn't exactly freak out or anything like that, but if you track his line of sight, he's definitely looking right at where it is, and there's no reason for him to be looking over
this
there.
guy right here.
It might be smoke, except they are standing near a gas pump, so I hope that's not it. Give me your take on
That would
this,
be
because it
even
might
scarier.
actually be one of the creepier moments from live TV.
That would be even
Vlad
scarier
Reznov
moment.
checks out an abandoned hospital in their scariest Russian paranormal exploration yet. After 14 minutes, they find an uncovered underground entrance.
Whoa.
что там ешь-то? Аккуратно, ты понимаешь, что мы здесь точно не одни в этом доме?
Yeah, I saw that too. Wow.
Иди туда!
His assistant sees it first, a ghost with long black hair over its face, standing in the doorway. They escape underground and don't look back, but I did, and here's my thoughts. Overall, I don't think this video is real. The figure looks like a generic Hollywood ghost sighting. The way it's positioned perfectly center in the doorway with hair over its face is a classic pose from The Ring, and unlikely to be real. There's no set rules for what a real ghost
Good
sighting
point.
looks like, but with that said,
Yeah, if they wanted it to, if they wanted to sell its authenticity, they should have had it peeking its head around the corner or something like that.
I'm pretty sure this is not it. Mr. Fitry is exploring the haunted PLKN building,
Whoa, okay.
a youth program in Malaysia that's said to
Okay.
be haunted ever since a mysterious case of mass food sickness led to the abandonment of the whole program. He's caught some creepy
Okay, yeah, this is like, is this just the start of the clip right here? Because that, wow.
moments 17 minutes into the live stream when someone donates.
Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, subhanallah, subhanallah, Allah Akbar! Astaghfirullah.
His camera freezes and the image whitens as something passes by.
Allah Akbar! Akbar! Ya Allah, subhanallah, subhanallah, ya Allah. Allah Akbar, bergerak sini, Akbar!
The only time his camera seems to freeze is when paranormal activity is happening in front of him.
Allah Akbar! Wais! Allah Akbar, apa benda tu?
That didn't freeze right there.
Wais!
He runs into the room it was literally just in and the ghost is gone. There's no jump cut editing and this was on live stream, so the figure should have still been there if it was a person. He stands outside of the window to see if it will return.
Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, subhanallah, subhanallah. Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar! Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, Allah Akbar, wais! Allah Akbar! Wai gila sial!
The figure is in the next room. Now is the chance for a paranormal encounter up close.
Ya Allah, Tuanku. Hati aku.
By the time he gets back, he needs to lay down and think about what he just saw. Apparently.
Oh, hold on a second, guys. Hey, have fun, bro. Tell family I say hi. I'm about to jump online and get some more gaming done. I'll watch the rest of the vid later today. Sounds good, buddy. And if you're still streaming by the time I'm done, I'll drop it. I'll stop in and say hi as well. Thanks for stopping by.
Being surrounded by that much paranormal energy has drained all of his. Dominic Marquez of Albuquerque, New Mexico, says you're definitely going to believe his ghost sighting caught on CCTV video is real when you see it. Somebody is walking down the street when all of the sudden, they're simply not.
There he is. Moving too fast. Right there. Yeah. Ghost.
It's real, dog.
The person morphs into a floating orb and briefly becomes human again, before going back into its second form. And to top off an already bizarre video, this creepy thing happens next.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's nobody there.
The neighbor's rather bright motion detector lights turn on when the ghost walks by. Nothing's there. If it was a CCTV glitch on Dominic's camera, then why would motion lights go on across the street? It looks like he was right about me believing this paranormal video is real.
Alright, I'm just gonna say it right now. The quality of that camera, I mean, if you look at the camera quality, it doesn't look like it's the best brand and all that. So this could have been just a simple camera glitch. And as far as the motion detector light turning on, there's a car coming down the street down this way. So I'm thinking that the headlight could have triggered that motion sensor.
Our video.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not paranormal. I'm just throwing out a more logical possibility. It could still be paranormal. I don't know for sure, but from my experience with motion sensor lights and all that, car headlights can trigger those. So either this is paranormal or just a series of coincidences, all creating the illusion of paranormal.
This creepy thing happens next.
Bro, I'm telling you, there's nobody there.
The neighbor's rather bright motion detector lights turn on when the ghost walks by. Nothing's there. If it was a CCTV glitch on Amy admin wonders if an actual apparition was caught on home security camera haunting her place. Her strange sighting happened at 7 in the morning. A vaguely human-shaped figure walks to the curb and mysteriously disappears. Some scary stuff.
Okay, I'm glad that it's that Chels was pointing out, because I thought it was this. I thought it was this at first, and I was gonna say that's just a reflection of car headlights.
Is going on across the street
move
from her
with
house,
the car.
or is it?
But I'm glad they pointed this out right here.
Perhaps it is a reflection of a car hitting the brakes. The alleged apparition does seem to come and go with the appearance of a car. The only problem with this theory is that there's nothing here for the brake lights to reflect off of. Maybe a piece of glass on the ground or something. So what's been caught on tape, paranormal activity, or a trick of light? I don't know, and now I'm as creeped out as Amy admin is. A few days ago, strange sounds started coming from an old...
I don't think it's a trick of the light, because if it was reflecting off of glass on the ground, like from like a broken bottle or something like that, it would be reflecting in multiple spots. Unless there's like 4 perfectly lined up pieces of glass that to create that illusion. I don't think it's reflection.
Old shower stall in this house that Alejandro has not used in years. He wasn't sure if it was rats or something, so he went up there with a camera, and this scary sighting is what's been caught on video.
All right, looking for the edit. Looking for the edit cut. Looking for the jump cut.
20 seconds after showing us nothing was in the shower, this ghostly figure presses against the glass, flies upwards and disappears. This almost has to be CGI because there are absolutely no editing cuts, and the way they fade away doesn't look like somebody simply stepping away from the glass. He reinvestigates and the shower is just as empty as before. A Malaysian man is determined.
Yeah, it's either CG or real. I didn't see any jump cuts right there to suggest that's fake. Well, in the sense that it's fake that someone was in there and then they edited it to remove that person.
Determined to rid his home of a spirit that has been haunting his family. After 8 minutes of meditation and recital, a section of the wall begins to move like someone's pressing on it. If it was the wind, then this object moves when it's all the way over here.
Yeah, I was about to say. I would suggest that it was the wind, but it's only moving that one specific tarp. If it was wind, it would be moving the other one as well.
Shortly afterwards, this strange
Yeah, see, there's two different tarps here. There's one right here and one right here, but it's only this one that moves. This one stays stationary.
sighting is caught on camera. It looks like a piece of dust or hair to some. Others see a special island spirit called a Pokong that's twisted tightly in white robes. This part could be CGI, but that doesn't explain the object spinning on the floor by itself, away from him and away from any potential breeze. A ghost hunter named Solo Ambush goes exploring an abandoned morgue in the woods full of creepy things. The place has been deserted for years, but the smell of bodies has buried itself into the morgue walls. This table surface must be where they were prepared for burial. On it, he finds a needle to sew whatever shut. He puts it in his pocket, which possibly upsets the spirits because that's when the paranormal activity begins. He puts an object on the table and invites any spirits nearby to make it move.
You're already trespassing on their domain. Don't make it worse by provoking them.
Kuat ke tak? Ada lagi. Dia sudah mula bunyi.
A defiant spirit moves things behind him instead. When he goes to investigate the noise, he finds nothing, and then he gets an idea.
Okay, let's switch off the light.
A figure in red silently passes across the floor of the haunted, abandoned mortuary with its head down. He runs after it and finds only the stench of decay is left in its wake, nothing else.
Bau busuk lagi.
He says this ghost sighting could be a reflection of light, but he is standing in a dark hallway with the lights off, so I'm not sure I agree with that one. Like many of the previously haunted places he's gone exploring in the past, what he's caught on tape in this building is most likely paranormal and terrifying. And as he leaves... something slams the door closed behind him. The ghost hunter is no longer welcome to go exploring this haunted place. Not that he ever was to begin with. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe in the next 5 seconds? Because I upload on a scary ghost video from other studios has people wondering what's even real anymore. Normally, I'm hesitant about any channel that has studio or production in the name for obvious reasons, but as one person commented, this video looks compelling. This channel says they have a studio in the name because they produce beats, not ghost videos. Okay, valid reason. Let's look. So his friend Cody has been experiencing some weird activity that he thinks could be paranormal. Creepy stuff like the sink running and flickering lights with no one touching the switch. Cody soon got into the habit of recording video whenever he was in the house, just so he could have some evidence to show his friends to prove he's not
Uh-oh.
a liar. This short clip is one of his most terrifying for sure.
Nope.
He comes back to a trashed kitchen after stepping out to talk to his girlfriend on the phone for 15 minutes. Everyone can see the open cabinets and tilted chair, but only Cody noticed the figure peering at him from the very top of a tall doorway at an impossible angle. He says the resolution is higher on the original video, and this is what the still image looks like without the compression from uploading on YouTube. The difference between the two is so major that I'm almost positive this has to be a Photoshop. But if it's real, you should never walk into that room again, or the whole house for that matter. Bogdan Riva of a
Yeah. I've seen that one 3 times and it still just baffles me. By the way, guys, I forgot to mention some good news. We finally got a video from Sir Spooks. Yes! I believe it's this one. Yep, right here. 13 scary ghost videos to never watch Home Alone. We got a couple more videos to watch before that one, though, including my boy, Nuke's Top 5. He knows how to bring the scary. Let's do it.
Top 5 ghosts caught on camera. Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
Nah.
I featured
Of course. Ghosts of Carmel, Maine.
the YouTube channel Ghosts of Carmel, Maine many times on Nuke's Top 5, so I won't go through a full recap. But put simply, Kent Burris says that he lives in a very haunted house and has recorded many strange supernatural encounters in his home.
The hardest things to deal with while living in this house, and one of the most frightening encounters are in fact apparitions.
Son of a... Oh my...
Do something. Oh my... One night, while sleeping, there was a loud bang in the bedroom that woke me up. I started hearing faint voices, so I picked up my cell phone camera and started recording.
One night, Kent hears voices coming from downstairs and records as he heads down to investigate. He is not prepared for what he finds waiting in the dark first floor TV room.
Oh yeah, this one. This is the good one.
Son of a... What the hell are you? Honey?
As Kent walks into the pitch black room, the TV has somehow turned itself on. Now this might explain the voices, but as he pans his camera around the room, a dark shape suddenly appears right in front of the television screen. The shadow figure seems to collapse into itself as it disappears right in front of his eyes.
What the hell are you? I did not go back to sleep that night.
So did Kent capture
I
yet
wouldn't
another
doubt it.
shadow apparition in his haunted house? You decide.
I remember my initial assumption with that one was that it was like a kind of a sheet or a cardboard cutout of some kind, and he had a buddy out on the front on the front of the couch or the bed wherever he's sitting at, and then after he said, "What the hell are you?" pulled it down. That's just my initial thought. I don't know for sure.
You can watch this full documentary over on the YouTube channel,
But
Ghosts
given-
of Carmel, Maine.
But given the rest of his videos, I can see that being real.
Checking out early. Iraqi fitness trainer Mustafa from the YouTube channel Mustafa Altai says that he heard a strange story about a family who had fled their home in Iraq many years ago because a sinister jinn began haunting their home. The house has been left abandoned for over 60 years, as the family says couldn't find anyone willing to rent or buy the cursed property. Mustafa goes to investigate the house with his friend Salar to see if the spooky stories are true, and it did not go well. As the two explorers are about to enter the house, they have no idea that something seems to be watching them.
حسبي الله ونعم الوكيل.
I did see that face.
Now, it's certainly a bit hard to see, but when the video is slowed down and in
Alright guys, my daughter just fell asleep, so now we're going ASMR mode. Alright. Prendo says hi, by the way.
Sweet. Where's that back?
If he's still streaming by the time I'm done with this, I'll be sure to let him know.
enhanced, a very strange figure can be seen standing at the window. Now, it's unclear exactly what this bizarre shape could be, but when Mustafa's camera pans back, the dark figure has disappeared. After the two explorers enter the house, things only get weirder. The two friends hear strange sounds coming from the staircase. They go to investigate, and this happens.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. ما في طابق ثاني دائما خاف منه دائما يا اخي. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. اقرا ايات. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله اعوذ بكلمات الله التامات. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الذي لا يضر مع اسمه شيء. بسم الله. لا تعال بس تعال سلام تعال. مو لا هسه يقوم احد بس تعال وين بدعت امك تعال وين ما يقوم احد والله يقوم صديق سوا بس تعال اقعد فوق سلام بس تعال بدعت امك يا اخي حلفتك سلام حلفتك بدعت امك تعال.
An empty paint bucket is thrown from somewhere above them, barely missing the two explorers. Mustafa runs upstairs to see where it came from, but his friend Salar heads for the exit. Eventually, Mustafa convinces Salar to come back, but after hearing more scary, unexplained sounds, they both decide to leave. Mustafa uploads his video to YouTube, and many of his viewers want to see more. In the video comments, his fans dare him to go back and actually spend the night in the haunted house. So, Mustafa agrees. He returns to the house, determined to stay the night, this time all alone. Mustafa sets up a few static cameras in one of the rooms and attempts to
I remember
the
this.
night.
I remember
Before
this.
long, Mustafa's night takes a terrifying turn.
Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot about that.
اكو صوت بس ما نقدر نحكم على اي صوت نسمعه او اي حركه مثل هاي موجوده. ممكن يكون هواء ممكن يكون ريح. الله أعلم. صوت شيء اكو صوت قبل شيء صوت شيء هذا. Bsm Allah.
strange moans and loud bangs keep Mustafa on the edge and unable to rest. But little does he know, things are about to get even creepier.
Bismillah. Bismillah.
A heavy piece of stone sitting on top of the fireplace seems to move on its own. Then, as if propelled by an invisible force, it violently crashes to the ground, nearly landing on.
Uh-oh.
Mustafa's head. Understandably, Mustafa is now freaked out. He's only been inside the house a little over an hour, but he decides to put an early end to his overnight investigation. But now here's where things get really creepy, because the most terrifying part of Mustafa's stay inside the house isn't even what he saw or heard with his own eyes and ears. You see, his static cameras caught video of something strange that he wasn't even aware of. Something downright chilling.
كنت ابغى ايام على التليفون صاير ابغى ايام التليفون
Did you see it? As Mustafa is repositioning his static camera, a dark figure appears behind him on the staircase.
Oh.
It slowly moves down the stairs without making a sound,
I didn't
and
see
then
that
disappears
before.
out of sight.
I'm glad that he brightened the. Oh, sorry. I'm glad that he brightened the footage so that way we could see it coming down. But yeah, I didn't see that at first.
But this isn't the only time Mustafa captured this creepy figure during his nighttime stay.
الجن كمان ضعيف الله أعلم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Again, a dark, very bizarre figure quickly appears behind Mustafa, not once, but twice. Could it be that he captured the jinn that haunts the home on camera? Whatever it is, it seems to change shape, size, and even transparency. So just what is this? Let me know what you think. You can check out Mustafa's full 2-part
It's
video
creepy,
investigation
though.
of the house over on his YouTube channel, Mustafa Altai. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukestop5@gmail.com. The Haunted Ancient Ram Inn. With a past as dark as the Ancient Ram Inn, it's not surprising that it is said to be the most haunted building in all of England. The mysterious inn was built way back in the year 1145 on top of a pagan burial ground, and it served as the home to slaves, masons, and workers. In the 1500s, a woman hid out in the building before she was captured and burned as a witch. Years later, the innkeeper's daughter is said to have hung herself in the attic. And as if all that wasn't creepy enough, the decaying remains of sacrificed children were found buried under the inn's floor. The Ancient Ram Inn is said to be so violently haunted that when the building was sold to John Humphreys in 1968, his wife and daughters absolutely refused to live there. They moved out, leaving John Humphreys all alone to live in the house. So, British paranormal investigators Sean Kenna, Sean Owen, and Carl Hassel from the YouTube channel Dark Territory traveled to the haunted inn to investigate the multiple claims of paranormal activity. During their investigation, they hear bizarre, unexplained sounds, and Sean feels something touching his leg.
Already, as soon as we were about to begin filming the investigation, something draws our attention upstairs.
Sounded like you rolled a barrel, or did you work at the inn?
Dude, upstairs.
Go. Yeah, I just heard what sounded like movement up here. Is this where you are? Are you the witch? They call this room the witch's room, so we only assume that you, the witch, you're felt in here.
Did anyone hear the voice a second ago before you said you're felt in here?
No. Witch, you're felt in here. Witch, you're felt in here.
I don't know if it's a voice or it was like a cat.
Yeah.
No warnings whatsoever.
Did you used to sleep in this bed, witch?
I'll tell you, this is the...
Huh?
Alright. Hey, Mom. Hey, buddy.
Fell smart on my leg, man. Someone was on my leg.
Jesus Christ, bro.
Touch me leg.
Later, Sean Kenna and Sean Owen are exploring on the second floor. Things get even stranger.
What little room are you hiding in? Come on, show yourself. I'm sure you're not afraid of me and Owen.
Guys, the door's just open.
A door to the attic opens on its own and the team can't find any explanation for the strange occurrence. There was no draft, and the team had been walking back and forth past the door many times without it making any movement whatsoever. Now, since it has always been said that dark spirits and entities supposedly, quote, feed off fear, the team decides to do an experiment to see if the emotion of fear will trigger even more paranormal activity. So they tie up and blindfold team member Carl and put him in one of the beds in the bishop's room.
That is screwed up. So they want to see if the emotion of fear can trigger more paranormal activity. So they're tying up and blindfolding one of their investigators and leaving him on a bed. That is screwed up.
This room is said to be the most supernaturally active. At first, nothing really happens, and as time passes, Carl seems to grow more and more impatient. But then, things take a terrifying turn.
Sorts of touch me leg. Sorts of touching my leg, bro.
Something's out there.
Are you around me now? You make a sound. What the was that, bro?
What, man?
Dude, this something's just fallen off here.
Who's that? Touch me, man! What the
Something's wrong with Carl. He's obviously...
Holy shit, man.
We need to go...
You get me the out of here now, Joe. Bro, I just... Seriously, someone just whacked me, no joke. I heard something being thrown or something. And I was like, come on, and then someone just whacked me, no joke, as if someone just punched me in the chest. Me.
Carl begins to freak out as he feels something touching his leg. A candle then falls onto the floor. But scariest of all, something unseen slaps Carl on the chest. The violent smack is actually loud enough that the audio can be heard on camera. And with that...
Okay, no joke, guys. I actually just felt something grab my chair and pull it a little bit. Dude, that was so creepy. I thought that maybe my dog or my cat is trying to jump up onto the chair, but there's my dog right there laying down on the bed, and here's my cat right here in the hamper. Oh, uh-oh. And now I've lost camera. My camera just unplugged. Okay. Hold on a second. I'll fix it. Okay, hold on a second here. I'm gonna have to remove this. Oh, come on, don't do this to me now. Don't do this to me now. All right, there we go. There we go. There's my ugly mug. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to close my OBS and then reopen and quickly restart the stream. All right. So anyway, as I was saying, you know, here's I don't know if you can see him, but yeah, there's my cat right there. They weren't climbing up onto my. They weren't climbing up my chair at all. That was weird. I literally felt something grab my chair. Yeah, no. Get out of there. Okay. Now, normally people would, you know, freak out and all that, but, you know, it's like, I'm more concerned for my daughter's safety. That I want to get that out. That I want to get this out. So, get some holy water. Make sure I can get rid of this thing. All right. So, let's go ahead and continue. Let's go.
Carl is done. In abject terror, he frantically struggles his way out of the rope binding his legs and wrists. So did the paranormal investigators capture proof of the sinister ghosts that haunt the ancient Ram Inn? Let me know what you think. You can watch this full video and many more investigations of haunted English locations over on the YouTube channel, Dark Territory. The House of the Burned Man. Popular Mexican paranormal investigator Alberto del Arco travels to a mansion in Manzanillo, Mexico. The massive hillside estate has been mysteriously abandoned for over 35 years, and it looks more like a hotel than a home. It features a pool, a spa area, and an amazing view of the ocean. So no one really knows why such a luxurious home would be abandoned for over 3 decades. However, urban legend says that one of the home's previous tenants perished in a mysterious fire inside the house. Because of this, locals refer to the estate as the, quote, House of the Burned Man. The entire property is said to be extremely haunted. Once Alberto and his 2 cameramen make their way inside, they find the home's design a bit confusing.
Todavía no le encuentro la forma a esta casa. Aquí está cerrado, aquí ya no hay más. No, todavía existen. Atrás, güey, atrás. ¿No fue un animal? ¿Algún ave? Ok, pero eso vino de este lado. ¿Se oyó claro? Madres. ¿Fuiste tú ahorita que pisaste? ¿O no? ¿Sí? Se oyó muy hueco, cuidado, sí, retumbó todo. No se nos vaya a caer encima parte de esta propiedad, porque sí se ve que está muy dañada. Mira, ven. Ven a ver esto.
Cuidado. ¿Estás bien?
Sí.
¿Es that a bat?
Casi me estrella en la cara, güey, ¿lo viste? Suma.
While exploring the strangely constructed mansion, the team hears what sounds like a child's voice, followed by the sound of a breath. Even though the unexplained sounds are barely picked up by their microphones, the 3 explorers all seem to hear it very clearly. Next, Alberto has a frightening close encounter with a bat. And after that, the team just decides to continue their investigation outside as they check out the other buildings on the sprawling estate.
Hola. No sé, güey, como que arrastraron algo. Buenas noches. No creo que haya indigentes viviendo aquí, la verdad. Uy, está enorme este lugar. Atrás, aquí. Eso fue aquí. Con cuidado. Puede haber animales,
Alberto and his team hear strange sounds coming from inside some of the buildings. It sounds almost like something heavy being dragged across the floor. Since the hillside the mansion sits on is almost impossible to access, Alberto thinks it would be unlikely that any homeless people could be living there. Instead, he believes that all of the sounds that he is hearing could simply be made by animals. But even though Alberto is very skeptical, what happens next is not so easy to explain.
¿Qué pasó, güey? ¿Qué pasó? Ay, güey, a mí se me hizo ver a alguien acá. ¿Allá? ¿Dónde? 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 ¿No habrá sido una sombra? ¿No habrá sido algún árbol? ¿Alguna rama? ¿Lo habrá trabado o no? ¿Sí? Ok, habrá que revisar ese material.
Alberto's cameraman captures what appears to be a white translucent figure on camera. A little later into their investigation, and they capture something again.
Ya hay más escaleras que dan hacia abajo, ¿eh?
Whoa,
Cuidado.
what was-
Mucho murciélago. ¿Todo bien? ¿Qué hay allá? ¿Qué pasó? ¿Todo bien?
I saw that.
¿Dónde?
I saw that figure moving across the room.
Hijo de tu ¿Dónde, güey? ¿No serán los murciélagos? Huele muy mal. Huele muy, muy mal.
Bats come flying out towards the cameraman, but it's not a bat that spooks him. A bizarrely shaped shadow seems to be staring back at him from just inside one of the rooms. They go to check it out, but there's nothing there. The figure has vanished, leaving nothing behind but a very foul stench. Before long, the echoing sound of a raging party being celebrated somewhere nearby starts to make it impossible for them to capture clear, uninterrupted audio. Alberto and his team have no choice but to wrap up their investigation. However, right before they leave, they capture something truly chilling.
Ok. Con cuidado. Ok, ¿les parece si bajamos? Digo, aquí no hay más que una pequeña explanada. No está tan espectacular como la de arriba quizá. Pero se me hace curioso que esté este piso, ¿no?
At the time they recorded this, the team says that they were completely unaware that someone or something seemed to be watching them from the tree line. They catch an unexplained figure on camera, just barely visible in the dark. So, did Alberto Del Arco and his two cameramen capture evidence of paranormal activity at the mansion?
Yep.
Is it possible that the ghost of the burned man, who the house is named after, was watching them? Let me know what you think. You can watch this full video over on the YouTube channel, Alberto Del Arco. Just
If it was homeless people, I think they'd be more distinguished, more defined.
passing through. Paranormal investigators beyond the realm paranormal investigate the Alton Railway Station in Staffordshire, England. The old train station was built in 1849 and it was eventually closed down in 1965. So, after over 100 years of travelers and workers passing through the station, it is now believed to be extremely haunted by the ghosts of deceased passengers and railway workers. The 5 investigators set up motion detectors on the platform close to what used to be the railway track. They start recording, and what they capture is truly bizarre.
So that's just next setting off the motion detector. It only goes off when something walks in front of it. There you go. Straight after it, it's followed you.
Let me do it one more time for you. I want you to follow me exactly where I come from. Yorton Bridge Hotel. Remember?
We need to do that. No.
When lead investigator Nick walks back and forth setting off the motion detector, something seems to follow him. Then suddenly a super fast moving white mist seems to pass right through him, knocking him a step back.
We need to do that. No!
What's especially creepy is that Nick seems to both see and react to the mist as it passes right through his body. So did they capture real evidence of the paranormal? Could it be the ghost of a wary traveler still running to catch a long-departed train? You decide. Check out this full video and more paranormal investigations over on their Facebook and YouTube.
What an existence! What an afterlife to live that you're endlessly running to catch a train for all eternity. God, sucks.
YouTube channel, Beyond the Realm Paranormal. Thanks for watching. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and also
well, guys, we're only we're only 2 videos in, and so far, aside from my mom interrupting us to find her medical marijuana, my OBS crashes. But the weirdest of all, I feel something grab my chair. And I honestly want to say I'm going crazy. I do, but I felt it. I felt something just grab my chair. It was the weirdest sensation. And if you guys have been around my channel for a while, then you know that I don't like to jerk people around about paranormal stuff. So if this happened, I'm also curious about it. But for the most part of me, I'm concerned about it being around my daughter. Because I don't want anything to happen to her. So I'm really hoping it's nothing. I'm just really hoping that I am going crazy and that my mind is playing tricks on me. Because I've been doing this way too many times. But I don't know. Anyway, before this next one starts, I need some more water. What do you think of that, babe?
That's weird.
Right? I want to say I'm going crazy because the last thing we need right now is a paranormal presence haunting this place. It's weird because it felt so real. Alright, here we go, guys. From top 15 scary videos I really should not show you. Well, you made a video of it, so that's on you at this point.
Number 15, peer pressure. A woman goes into the Mississippi River after her dog chases a bird onto the ice and falls in. Her husband watches them helplessly because he does not have his phone on him to dial 911. A passerby is able to call, but precious minutes are wasted in the freezing waters. At 1 minute and 22 seconds, you can see how far they were from the pier before the ice gave way. Tell me, if you would have gone out that far to save your dog, I think most of us would especially. It would be a horrible situation, especially if you only had seconds to react, so I commend her bravery. By the end of it, she is unable to walk on her own and needs to be pulled to land. I'm so glad she recovered without any permanent damage. She had no energy left and wouldn't have survived another minute in there from the looks of it. No.
That's... Guys, this reminds me of... back when I was a kid, when I fell through some thin ice. One of the scariest moments of my life. We went up to a little fishing area for my brother to go ice fishing and all that, and you know the ice was thick. It was thick enough for us to walk on in most spots, but there was an area where the ice was, you know, like really thin and all that, and you know I thought at least I would be, you know since I was a kid at the time, I thought that I would be able to walk along it no problem. Boy, was I mistaken. The good news is that there wasn't a current where I fell through, and it was right next to like a little incline towards land, so I was able to keep my feet planted on that, and I was able to kind of crawl my way out of it and climb out of the freezing water. Thankfully, I wasn't in there long enough, so I was just incredibly cold. I wasn't like experiencing hypothermia or anything like that, thankfully. But yeah, after I fell through, my mom rushed me home, and I jumped into a nice hot bath and got my body temperature back to normal. It was an interesting experience, to say the least. One that I would not recommend. Moving on.
Number 14, The Breakfast Mishap. I analyze a lot of weird things on this channel, but I think you'll agree there's no way making pancakes can be scary. Home CCTV video once again proves us wrong.
Stupid dog.
They watch from the couch as it gets harder to see. Rescue workers let them out for fresh air and then inspect the scene. The Southwick Fire Department in Massachusetts later posted this video in February of 2018, saying the fire would have no doubt spread had they not been alerted. I don't know where the homeowner went, but
I know, I was about to say, where was the owner? Why did they leave the stove on like that?
it doesn't look like they would have come back in time, so I'm glad help arrived. Number 13, Escalator Mutilator. Scary CCTV footage taken moments after a man steps off shows an escalator crumpling into a pile of twisted metal. An employee hits the emergency shutdown and stops the rushing ramp, which thankfully had no one else on it at the time. This horrifying incident is horrifying because it happens without warning, literally 3 seconds. A man casually walks down Henry Hudson Parkway in New York City, treating the busy lane as if it were his own personal sidewalk. All of the other cars have to switch lanes, and if one of them isn't paying attention, this could end very badly. A concerned citizen has pulled over to have a word. The following bizarre encounter is what he's caught on tape.
You need help?
Yeah, I'm trying to get to Flatbush.
You're going to Flatbush? Okay. Why don't we just stay there? Someone's gonna come over and take you, okay? Just stay there. Stay there. Hold on.
The confused conversation continues for a bit until the man finally understands he can be walking on a grassy field parallel to the highway instead of in it.
You see the path? You see the guy running? Yeah. You can go the same path. Follow the path all the way down.
By then, the police have arrived and seem to have taken care of it. Everyone else was completely in a cave. Never go into a cave, warns a YouTuber named The Highway 9, who says a bizarre encounter caught on camera scared him badly. He is exploring the underground cavern when his dog begins suddenly panting nervously.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Come on.
There's a bat on the wall, but that's not what I'm talking about. In the darkness is a mysterious bald figure in black robes staring at him without a sound. A silent humanoid cave creature sighting that looks real and sends him for the exit. Never to go into a cave again. Smart decision. Number 10.
Yeah. Here's an even smarter one. Don't go into the cave at night in the first place.
Fish and 9. The Wheelhouse. Jim Cruise sees a tire cruise by his yard and launch into his Tulsa, Oklahoma home. It comes at his house with enough speed to knock chunks out of the wall and would have resulted in a hospital trip or worse. It's definitely not the kind of thing you'd expect while at your house at 7 in the evening on a Friday, a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence that almost ended his. Living so close to the road means it's probably time to install a fence. Number 8. Strange stairway sighting caught on tape.
That was just bizarre seeing a tire fly to his house like that.
A person is straightening up their living room when they get the oddest sensation of another person walking by. No one is there, and yet they can't shake the feeling that something walked past, and so they check the home security video and find this very real looking ghost sighting. Sure enough, a figure walks up the steps at the exact same spot where he thought he watched something go by. Whoever it is literally dissolves as they go up the stairs. I wanted to know what you make of this ghost sighting because it looks real to me. At 13 seconds, he looks up at the very last moment and barely gets a glimpse of her fading dark hair. Number 7.
That's an interesting one.
Bad plumber. A
I'm
plumbing
50-50
nightmare
on that one.
ruins an apartment and it's all caught on tape. Notice
okay.
the steam coming off. This water is extremely hot and he has to stick his face right up to stop the leaking.
That's why you turn off the water first. If you don't turn off the water, that's gonna happen. Yeah, if you showed us this video to as in an attempt to make us feel bad for this idiot, mission failed. We'll get him next time.
He manages to rig a temporary solution, but so much water is coming through that it ruptures the hose to an industrial wet vacuum. This should have never happened because the water should have been turned off before any repairs were performed. Uploader. The plumber thought he could save the apartment complex money by doing the job with the water still turned on. By the end of it, there are actual puddles in the carpet and I worry about the electrical wiring. They should get out fast.
That is stupid!
2 apartments were ruined as a result, and everyone had to vacate while the buildings were remodeled.
Yeah, great way to save money there.
I can only imagine how upsetting it must have been to watch your belongings slowly get ruined, especially if you live under them. Truly an anxiety-triggering situation to watch unfold. Number 6.
I'm glad that our apartment complex has competent maintenance workers. That was cringy.
Norman's caught a moving statue. This video, taken on January 16th, 2021, is the latest video of the statue of Mother Mary, a statue that people say moves its lips if you relax your eyes and watch for long enough. The statue is in South Pasadena, California, and many people like Norman go here to reflect on life and seek spiritual advice. These are the moments he feels like the statue reflect on life and seek spiritual advice, and many long enough. The statue is in South Pasadena, California, and many people like Norman go here to reflect on life and seek spiritual advice. These are the moments he feels like the statue is caught moving on video. I can't say I quite see anything strange here, but Norman does, and maybe you do too. Some people have described a feeling of overall ease, even if they don't see it move.
It's a trick of the camera. Because the camera isn't the best quality, the pixelation makes the lips look like they're moving.
Though, that could be the rumor's psychological effects. Maybe how much of it moves depends on how much you believe. What do you see? Number 5. Bike hippie ghost encounter. Harry, aka the bike hippie, has caught an unexplained voice on his video that he thinks could be a ghost. The bizarre encounter happened while exploring the beach. Something is next to the camera, and it does seem to whisper his name. The mysterious whisper could be a shirt rubbing the mic as he turns to the camera, and it does.
Oh, I need to slow this down here.
Whisper his name. The mysterious whisper could be a shirt rubbing the mic as he turns the camera around. Ghost EVP or mic moving across fabric. I'm not sure, but I know we can solve this one together if we...
It's whatever that is, it's not paranormal.
We try. Number 4. Randonautica nightmare. Hunting the dead is led to a location near a cemetery. After asking Randonautica to go to a scary place, they pull into a parking lot where a single car is abandoned with the door open. Things only get more bizarre from there.
Dude, what the? What? Bro. What up, man?
They are being watched by a masked stranger who doesn't respond. They get into a scuffle and decide to back off.
Bro, are you serious? Dude, you want more?
Hold on, I threw that guy into that friggin'...
Dude. Dude, he looks like a complete nut. I mean, come on, who does that?
Eventually, they leave him to whatever business he had back here in this creepy spot. It seems like the whole encounter was probably set up, because I don't know why anyone would be wearing a mask behind a shed for no reason, unless he lives in that car. Number 3.
Yeah, I'm willing to believe that was set up as well, because, you know, it's a Randonautica video, and Randonautica, yeah, it takes you to random locations, but they usually need to be known as, like, haunted for anything like that to happen. That was just something random that happened right there and then, so that's obviously something that they set up.
Antique apparition. A Redditor posted a chilling screen cap to r/haunted on January 28th, 2021, the day her home security cam mislabeled something bizarre and scary in her home. The object shown here that's being misidentified as a person is, get this, an old antique funeral urn. The green box detects movement and the word person is there for all of us to see. A ghost haunting an urn really isn't that far of a stretch, considering what they are used for. I think this haunting image could be real, but I'm not good enough at Photoshop to tell if this is fake, so let me know. Number 2,
Looks real to me.
fatbergs. No, these are not eggs that landed from another planet. They come from the underground, even though they were never meant to exist. They're called fatbergs, and they're one of the grossest secrets about the city you live in. If you've ever improperly disposed of grease by pouring it down the sink, you're contributing to them. Fatbergs are a mix of hygiene products coated in cooking grease. They cause sewer backups by clogging the pipes and can take weeks to repair. A busted pipe leaks tons of sewage into the ground and also presents a hazard to animals. Dogs especially love to eat them and can harm them, so let's do our part to dispose of grease the right way. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not find out? Number 1, street encounter. This video of a woman's ghost is real according to the uploader, who dared to get closer to her than anyone else in the neighborhood ever has. Tell me what she says moments before he is chased. He turns around and discovers she has covered a large distance in a short time. Then she's right behind him, screaming. Hopefully this ghost sighting is not real, but there's a small chance it could be. Thanks for checking out this video.
Dang, that's creepy. That is just all sorts of creepy right there.
Be sure to subscribe because we upload new countdowns every Tuesday.
Alright. Next up. After 4 weeks. I say 4 weeks because there were 2 without an upload, and then the third week I didn't do a stream because I can't remember why. I think I wasn't feeling up to it or something like that. I don't know, but yeah, it's been 4 weeks since we watched a Sir Spooks video. And oh my god, I'm just realizing it's 40 minutes long. Are you kidding me?
What's up, buddy?
Well, might as well go for it.
I'm still freaked out over this, but that was like a loud crash and bang. And there was nobody in here. I know there was nobody in that basement.
He must be making up for the time that he was gone.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 13 scares to never watch Home Alone. Before today's video begins, I have a big announcement to make. My new channel Spooky Hour will feature my own narration of a spooky story every single Friday. All of these are old public domain horror stories from authors such as Edgar Allan Poe, Charles Dickens, and many, many more. Dracula's Guest by Bram Stoker. They are the perfect bedtime stories, narrated by me and featuring the sounds of rain and other ambiences to soothe your soul and make you fall asleep more easily. A bunch of videos are already available for your viewing and listening pleasure, so go subscribe to Spooky Hour right now.
So that's what you've been up to. Okay. Interesting. So apparently Star Spooks has a second channel up right now called Spooky Hour, where he tells classic horror stories to rain ambiance.
Interesting.
Sounds entertaining.
Link in description. Thank you guys so much for the support. The first video on today's list comes to us from a YouTube channel known as Alice in Wonderland 74, who uploaded the following truck dash camera video to a channel on August 1st, 2020. The footage, which was filmed on a highway located in Marietta, Georgia, is only 10 seconds in length, but what it shows is truly creepy and will leave you wondering. Take a look and see for yourself.
Mine's Gordon. Very good. Too close.
In the description of the video, the uploader states that the driver in the truck saw the figure and thought he may have accidentally run somebody over. Upon exiting the vehicle for inspection, he couldn't find anybody near the area whatsoever. What's perhaps the most interesting though is that when the truck driver called the local sheriff's department, they informed him that other people have called out about the exact same spot and said that they thought they saw a woman in the road, only to find nobody or nothing there. Super strange indeed. Over on the popular Ghost subreddit, a user by the name of Default Guest User shared a chilling video taken at his place of work and said, quote, "I was doing my rounds checking every room in the office at about 2 a.m. No one else on the floor. Just a one-man shift. The door is a heavy metal door with a magnetic lock for a server room." End quote. So, without further delay, let's take a look at the security camera footage. After watching the video, it definitely seems weird how this huge metal door that has a magnetic lock opened all by itself just as the uploader checked on it. Some people in the comment section bring up the possibility of it being a ghost, but others are not so convinced. A few commenters say it could be due to an air pressure imbalance.
Another possibility is that there's someone else in that room playing with the door, and he's in on it.
Which also seems like a likely explanation to the video. But whatever way you look at it, this is definitely something you wouldn't want to experience while working alone at 2 a.m. User Dope Island Skate shared a highly creepy and bizarre piece of footage to the previously mentioned Ghost subreddit that is begging for some concrete answers. The uploader states that the footage is from two different angles that were both filmed at the exact same time, with one being filmed on a cell phone and the other coming from a security camera in the home. Let's have a close look at the video and see what the uploader has been experiencing as of late.
Yeah, even the dog can sense something.
Actually, I'm walking up here.
Enough. After you get done with your stream, can you take a look at this?
Yeah. I saw it.
Although it never swings around viciously, this ceiling lamp definitely was moving in a strange and unnatural manner. It also appears that there's no window open in the house nearby that would cause this lamp to move around like that. To this day, Dove Island Skate is not quite sure what exactly happened in his house that day. He is hoping that he eventually gets the answers he needs. If you have any
Oh, that's a mirror. Okay, never mind.
theories on what could have happened here, be sure to post them in the comments below. Urbex Hill is already making quite a name for himself on YouTube thanks to his wide assortment of different paranormal investigation related videos, including exploring abandoned churches, factories, schools, and many, many more. But one of his best and most chilling videos was published in January of 2021, and it sees him exploring an abandoned Masonic temple located in Cleveland, Ohio. In the words of Urbex himself, "This is one of the creepiest places I have ever explored." His quote will make a whole lot of sense once you see. The video in its entirety is highly entertaining to watch, and I recommend you do so later on your own time. But here I will be showing all the craziest and most terrifying moments. Upon walking around the area for a few minutes, everything seems distraught and torn apart. But other than that, nothing seems to be out of the ordinary. That is, however, until he walks into one room and makes a shocking discovery. If you are a massive animal lover, you may want to look away.
Oh God, let's see it.
Then, just a couple of minutes later, when he enters another room in the temple, something happens that causes Urbex to make a startled gasping noise. Take a look. Now at this point, I think most people would leave the building and abandon their investigation, but Urbex makes his way around other parts of the temple he has yet to see. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea. At the 24-minute mark, it seems as though a potential spirit is trying to let Urbex know that he is not welcome. And on the way out of the building, this happens. This place is definitely one of the most bizarre and seemingly haunted temples I have seen in quite a while. What could have possibly been causing all those loud noises? Why were the doors opening and closing by themselves? And why was there a dead dog just laying in one of the rooms? We may never know for sure.
Creepy.
The Old South Pittsburgh Hospital is quite notorious for being one of the most frightening, haunted and abandoned hospitals you can visit in the United States. It's an absolutely terrifying building that seems to be harboring many in the United
Old South Pittsburgh Hospital Paranormal Research Center.
That's completely normal.
Oh, no, it's paranormal. Why would you put that on your sign of a professional establishment? Paranormal Research Center. This scientific building is acknowledging the existence of the paranormal. Doesn't that kind of go against the whole science thing?
States. It's an absolutely terrifying building that seems to be harboring many eerie secrets. And it seems as though the YouTube channel Devils Are Productions knows about this firsthand, as they walk around the building in this video published to their channel on February 10th, 2021. For the first 2 hours of their investigation, it sounds like the crew over at Devils Are Productions didn't find themselves too much luck. But that all changes as soon as they explore the 3rd floor of the building. Upon setting up a rig device, one of the men behind the channel says he thinks he may have captured something on camera. And it is sure to freak you out.
It looked like a figure standing right next to the door, but it disappeared quickly. With the footage slowed down, you could see it more clearly.
I didn't see it. I kind of saw something that time.
At first, I'm thinking this was due to camera exposure. You can see it start out dark as the camera points down the hallway. The distance change causes the camera to adjust to the exposure. This shadow, however, seems humanoid in shape and height, like a person, then suddenly disappears. I also know this isn't my shadow because you can see.
I was looking at the wrong thing. I was looking at the white, at the whiter figure, but I was supposed to be looking at the shadow in the foreground of it.
My shadow was casting onto the floor here.
Judging by the footage that was filmed at the hospital that day, it doesn't seem as if the man filming realized the strange shadow figure was making an appearance until he went back to review the footage later on. I would like to think that finding out that a potential spirit or shadow figure was in the area with you would be a more startling realization after you leave the building and end your investigation, because you're left with the knowledge that there was something there keeping you company all along, and you just didn't know it. If Devils Are Productions does go ahead and revisit the Old South Pittsburgh Hospital again, they may have a visitor waiting for their return. As we have seen many times on the internet, not even your own home is safe from potential paranormal entities. Despite it being the one place in the world where you should be able to experience true peace and comfort without ever having to worry. Unfortunately for YouTuber Maximum Disclosure, they may not be feeling too comfortable in their home. In this video uploaded on February 7th, 2013, we can see what appears to be an everyday ordinary kitchen with all of the lights off, as the security camera records throughout the night. For a little bit, it comes across as nothing more than a standard piece of footage. But, as you can probably expect, that doesn't last for too much longer. If you didn't see it, look in the center of the doorway, and you should be able to make out what appears to be some sort of misty ghostly apparition manifesting inside the room, but it doesn't stick around for too long. It's not a very long video, but it is still creepy, and oftentimes the most bizarre and fascinating videos are the shortest. Do you think that this was a ghost appearing in the uploader's kitchen, or was this something else entirely? Be sure to leave your ideas in the comments. Explorer LLTTF Paranormal and Urban Exploring is a relatively obscure YouTube channel that specializes in exactly what their title suggests. It's miraculous that their channel isn't bigger than it is, because their videos are definitely chilling, and they usually document some pretty impressive stuff. Take for example this video published to their channel on September 18th, 2020, in which the crew makes their way to a rundown abandoned hospital that proves to be much more than your average empty hospital. It is definitely hiding a very dark secret. For the duration of the video, the group can be seen walking inside various different rooms and areas of the hospital, filming everything that they see in case they are able to capture something interesting or scary. And it appears as though one of them does exactly that towards the last few minutes. So, let's take a look and see.
Oh, hell no, dude. Told you, dude. I told you. This dude. Hell. No, dude.
To be honest, the group's reaction upon seeing and hearing the subject fall to the ground and shatter is one of the most genuine reactions I have heard in a video of this sort in quite some time. They genuinely sound freaked out, and it's only a couple of minutes later that the video ends, because the crew leaves the hospital, which I would say is a wise choice.
Yep. At first I thought it might have been a cat, but I didn't see one on the table.
Hell no, dude. Oh, hell no, dude. Oh, hell no, dude.
But it still begs the question, what caused that item to fall to the ground and break? There weren't any windows open nearby, and it didn't look like anybody in the crew bumped into it or anything.
I'm still freaked out over this, but that was like a loud crash and bang, and there was nobody in here. We seen 3 guys, but they went up the other way, and I was like, I know there was nobody in that basement.
Do you think this was the result of a
I
paranormal
think that
entity? Was it caused by an unseen
I think that was
pulled off camera? Be sure to tell me your thoughts in the comments.
It could be string, but it would only pull down one item though.
Sylvia C. of the United Kingdom probably did not expect to get a creepy visitor in her kitchen one day, but unfortunately for her, that's exactly what happened. Not only was this visitor unwelcome, but it seems as though this visitor may not be human. The video is filmed within Sylvia's kitchen, and it's apparent that she has her camera out because something weird has been going on, and she wants to document it on camera for the world to see. And gratefully for Sylvia, us viewers don't have to wait long at all to see exactly what weird things she has been experiencing lately. Let's take a look and see.
Copper is moving. god, no.
Really?
Oh my god, no. Spirit in the kitchen, is there anything else you want to move tonight? Why are you... do you want my help? Please move something if you want my help.
It's hard to say that it's someone pulling string because they just pulled multiple pieces of silverware off of our rack. If someone was pulling a string, even if it's not tied to the rack, the force would have moved the rack a little bit, if not tipped it over entirely. I don't think this is fake.
Many people have pointed out in the comments that Sylvia sounds both fascinated and chilled to the bone at the same time, as she asks the potential...
Like I was earlier when my chair suddenly felt that jolt.
...spirit to make a sign that it's there. She definitely sounds worried, but nevertheless, she wants the spirit to make its presence known, so she knows she isn't just imagining things. And as you can probably tell, it doesn't look like this is a figment of her imagination. What's even scarier though is when the paranormal entity seems to throw a knife.
Yeah, that really freaked me out too.
And Sylvia's lucky that she didn't get harmed by the whole incident. If the spirit aimed a little bit better, Sylvia could have been seriously hurt. Let's just hope this angry spirit never makes itself seen or heard from again in Sylvia's house.
Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me the shit that's going on. I hope I got the shit on camera, man.
A man online known as Young Boy Lloyd is convinced that there is a ghost in his house, and he says he has the evidence to prove it in his YouTube video uploaded to his channel on January 20th, 2020.
Yo, what's going on, yo? It's Young Boy Lloyd. I'm here right now. I told you I'm tired of this ghost in my house. Shit, shake it. Shit, tired of the shit in my house.
He has a lightsaber on his table.
I'm gonna burn some sage and all that and try to burn out the duppy in my house tonight, yo. You feel me? I had some sage that I burned before. I had some, I don't know what this wood piece is too. So I'm gonna try to burn them out right now. That, yeah. No more duppy in this house, yo. You never sleep in this nights I had in this house? Like, clean up. Here, I don't know if this shit works. I got this.
Oh, chair moving, chair moving, chair moving, chair moving.
Elo Market or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Yo! Yo, what's going on? Holy shit. Nah, man, I'm burn out this stuff here, yo. See, I hope I got this shit on camera, yo. I hope I got this shit on camera. Cause nobody believes me the shit that's going on, yo. Nobody believes me. Nobody believes me the shit that's going on. I hope I got this shit on camera, man.
In a second video published by Lloyd one day later, he's doing something similar like you saw in the previous video, but this time he even gets equipped with a knife, in case he needs to defend himself. And as you can probably expect, it doesn't take long at all for some incredibly fascinating things to start happening in Lloyd's house. Take a look and see for yourself.
Thanks for everybody that helped me, that reach out to me. You know what I'm saying? But I'm at war with this ghost right now. I'm gonna ask him, what the f does he want from me?
You know what I'm saying? Wherever it goes, wherever you are, whatever, what the f you want from me, and just come on my life, just allow me, man. You don't know how much weeks and months I've been in here torturing over this shit, yo. You feel me? And I'm not gonna accept that, yo. I'm not gonna take that, yo. I'm not going on, pound, because like this ghost wants me to sit down in here and just sit down and just take this and eat that thing I'm going with, yo. Yo, come here, yo.
You honestly think a knife is going to help you?
Huh? Leave out from here, man. Yo, man, there's some kind of people, this ain't no joke thing, yo. You need to leave out from this house right now, yo. Now stay there, yo. Don't worry, yo. You see when I leave right now, I'm gonna go get some stadium thing. I'm gonna.
Was it seriously just that? Okay, guys, I think I may have solved the mystery behind the sudden jolt of my chair. In case you haven't noticed, I like to kind of spin my chair around like this and all that, and sometimes when I shift my position, it causes it to kind of jolt. I think I may have shifted too much and made it jolt more than I'm used to, and that's what kind of creeped me out a little bit about it. So I think I have yeah. Okay, I think we're good now.
What? Stay in here, yo. Yo, hold on, let me get my phone, let me go. Yo, you guys see this? You see the shit I'm done, so you know I'm not.
The reaction to Lloyd's video seemed to be a little bit mixed, mostly. Some commenters think that Lloyd does indeed have an angry spirit in his house, whereas others are convinced it's a hoax, and bring up the odds of him filming the spirit in action as soon as he hits record on the camera. But nevertheless, Lloyd is still saying these videos are legitimate. So what do you think? Is there really a spirit in his house, or is it a setup? Let me know in the comments.
Just like with the comment section, I'm a bit torn with that one. You know, he sounds genuine, but at the same time, like Sir Spooks points out, the timing's too coincidental.
A YouTube channel known as Grasshopper222 uploaded an intriguing video to their channel all the way back in 2011, which seems to document some pretty remarkable paranormal evidence that happened in his home, all while his family was out on vacation. The first piece of footage was filmed inside the uploader's living room on what seems to be some sort of home surveillance camera. Upon first glance, this looks to be your ordinary living room, complete with some couches, a coffee table and a television screen off in the distance. But take a look at the floor and you'll see something terrifying happening. After the living room, we cut to footage that was filmed inside one of the house's bathrooms. And as you can probably expect, this bathroom goes from being ordinary and normal to creepy and bizarre in the snap of a finger.
Okay, I just pulled that off. Just me, or does anyone else hear the voices that are being spoken while this is going on? Listen. It sounds like a continuing woman's muffled voice. Listen. Yeah, right there.
A little while later in the garage, it could be hard to see exactly what is going on, but be sure to listen closely to the video, as your hearing is the most important aspect to the video, and not so much the actual footage itself. Have a listen for yourself. Here are some more odd and haunting pieces of paranormal activity going on inside the uploader's house.
I don't know, it might just be me, but it looks like someone's under the table.
I do wonder how many days this activity spanned. Did this happen in 1 or 2 days? Or was this the result of
even if that was the case, then it can turn the TV on. How did everything else
we can only
happen?
hope that Grasshopper is no longer living in a house that is the target of paranormal activity. My son and daughter saw a ghost is the short, sweet and creepy title of the following YouTube video published by young boy Lloyd, who you probably remember from earlier in this list. In the video, the man filming, Lloyd, says that he
did some videos earlier.
He's at home with both his son and his daughter, and says that they told him they both saw something really weird and unexplainable, and they want him to take a look. Lloyd asks them where they saw this thing, and his son tells him it's in the bathroom. He then asks his son to go show him where exactly in the bathroom he thinks he saw the thing, and he proceeds to do so. But not long after Lloyd walks into the bathroom with his son, this happens.
Hello guys, I'm here with my kids and I'm in the room and they called me and told me that they seen something. Where did you see it, Nia? Where in the washroom? Could you guys show me?
Yeah.
Okay, come show me this, yeah? Okay, you stay there, Nia. Where?
I'm in here. Look, there's clouds and here.
Okay, show me. Holy! Nazir! Nazir!
The first time I saw this video, I thought Lloyd just pulled the door shut extremely fast, thus giving it the illusion that a ghost closed it.
He did not put his hands on that
It's hard
knob.
to tell what exactly happened here.
Holy! Nazir! Nazir!
That is creepy.
It genuinely does seem as if an entity is in the room with Lloyd and his son and closed the door on him. Since the release of this video, Lloyd has uploaded quite a bit of videos to his channel, but none of them seem to be directly related to the events in this particular video. So he is hoping that Lloyd and his kids are able to now live a peaceful and paranormal-free life.
Right? That's how I feel.
A YouTuber going by the name of ILMN Barno Paranormal shared a video to their channel on December 16th, 2020 that documents them as they explore an allegedly haunted and abandoned factory at an undisclosed location. It's noticeable as soon as the cameraman enters the factory that it has definitely seen better days. It looks worn down and creepy everywhere you look. But the upload has more problems to worry about other than the state of the interior of the factory. He has to worry about the fact that he may not be so alone in the building after all. At one point early on in the video, the uploader walks around a room in the factory that seems to have very little inside of it. All of a sudden, something happens in that room that startles him immensely. Take a look and see for yourself.
Místnost. Tady jsou nějaké šuplíky. Proč to nechce? Nic moc to není. Tady takhle, nic. A tady... Ne.
Yeah, I've seen these videos way too, far too often.
Tam se normálně otevřeli. Tam se otevřela sama skříňka.
I still think they're real, but still, yeah, I've seen them a few
But
times
if you
already.
thought that was creepy, trust me, it only gets even creepier from that point onward. Just 2 minutes later, while exploring yet another empty room, someone or something can be seen just barely visible on screen. And take a listen to this frightening noise that occurs a few minutes later that would more than likely cause anybody, investigator or not, to flee the area as soon as possible.
A tady kámo, tady to bylo mega creepy třeba. Tady jsou nějaké... A tady kámo.
Yeah. No, I remember that one.
Tady to ještě bylo. Tam bylo až někam. Tam ještě. Teď odkud to šlo, ale.
Amazingly though, this does not completely scare away the uploader as he works his way to one last area of the factory before deciding to call it quits. What scared him so badly that he had to leave right after? Well, let's have a look.
Kabinety. Jaká divná věc na zdi. A...
It definitely would have been nice if ILM Barno Paranormal provided the details on where exactly this old abandoned factory was located, because as of right now, its whereabouts remain a total mystery. But either way, this is one factory that you would never want to enter, and I'm sure the uploader will never want to go there for a second trip either. Dark Ghost Paranormal is a very popular Russian YouTube channel that focuses primarily on videos.
Okay. First off, bruh. Why? Did you actually capture that, or did you put that in your thumbnail? Did you edit that into your thumbnail? Just, bruh.
Relating to various different paranormal investigations, abandoned building explorations, and many more to satisfy your horror needs. Trust me, even if you don't speak Russian, this video uploaded to their channel in November 2020 will creep you out regardless. The video in question seems to have been recorded at some sort of distraught and decrepit home, presumably in Russia.
Yep, I remember
Around
this
the
one.
4-minute mark, something
This is a good one though.
incredibly strange happens when the cameraman enters a particular room. This. This obviously creeps the cameraman right out.
I would be too.
Nevertheless, he musters up the courage to continue working his way throughout the house and comes into another room. But unfortunately for him, this room is just as creepy as the last. There's no logical explanation behind the clock moving its hands, all by itself. And that's definitely one of the weirdest things that happens in Dark Ghost Paranormal's video. There can't be any strings attached to the clock hands, so what caused it to happen? And then, a little later on in the clip, we hear a familiar sound from earlier on. Wherever this house is located, I think it is safe to say that it is one of the creepiest and most haunted houses I have seen in a while. Gratefully, it didn't seem as though the spirit was too angry or violent, but it simply made some noise and was perhaps trying to make its presence known. Even still, that's enough to make this video truly and utterly scary.
Oh man, he's not showing up the follow-up investigation.
13 scary ghost videos to never watch Home Alone.
Dude, that sucks. You should have shown the follow-up investigation. Yeah, in another video, he actually went back to the house and did an EVP session. And he got some really chilling responses. So apparently, the ghost that's haunting that place is haunting that house because the house was built over his and his family's graves. So that's why that place is haunted. Alright, before we continue, I want to check something because I thought Prenda was going to be streaming, but it looks like he's not. Which is a shame because I really wanted to drop in on him. Hey bro, how's it going? Okay, so next one from Chills. 12 ghost sightings that are too scary. I've been having my share of scary experiences tonight, so bring it.
Having a ghost sighting in real life is too scary for most people to handle, and capturing a ghost on camera is even scarier. 4 friends are playing Wii Sports late at night with no one else home and no one expected to join them later. Keep in mind, this is 2008, when recording yourself playing video games without showing the actual screen was normal. Anyway, with their backs turned, a mysterious figure darts past the window unnoticed and unannounced. This strange silhouette is transparent and just kind of appears in the middle of the window out of nowhere, more like a ghost than a person passing by, or it could be the person in the white shirt's reflection when they leave the frame and bend over, accidentally creating the illusion of someone running past.
Possibly.
A boy thinks he's caught a real ghost sighting. He's checking himself out on camera when suddenly a ghost face in the window moves towards him before disappearing back into the night. There's a lot of
It looks like
pixelation
him.
around the boy's head, which at first I thought was due to a cheap camera, but then I realized this is probably a green screen. If you look closely, the ghostly figure in the window is wearing a red shirt that's similar to what he's wearing, so it's probably the same himself in the window and then superimposed it over this second video to make it seem like a genuine reaction to a real ghost sighting. It's pretty clever and almost fooled me until I took a second look.
Yeah, I was about to say, because, you know, it's the same color shirt, the same size, and how would he know that it's at his window when it's just showing up? I mean, he's recording from what appears to be just a basic camera, so there's no way it would have a reflecting picture.
Anyone who's still in school has no doubt learned by now that remote learning is not very fun. However, every once in a while something will happen to liven up the lesson, or in this case, make it absolutely terrifying. This teacher has been cooped up all by himself for far too long and really doesn't seem to be enjoying his job or much of anything nowadays. To make things worse, the students keep playing a joke on him by saying that there is something watching him from behind. He knows that students like to mess with their teachers however they can, and so he tells them that it's just him and his dog living there and no one else. Little does he know how truly wrong he is.
Tanto el movimiento no existe, relacionado con lo que dice Raúl, el gato de... No me suena la inga en alemán, pero en inglés.
Around the corner is the pale grim face of a ghost, half covered in shadows as it peers in from the dark hallway. I wonder if her other side is twisted and disfigured. We never get to see. In true paranormal fashion, the scary face dares not to enter the light and retreats before its discovery. The teacher goes on to explain that he just moved into this house, and so there's no way anyone is behind him.
Estoy solo, estoy con mi perro.
But once again, he is schooled by the supernatural.
Por ahí, en ocasiones, las llamadas paradojas. ¿Alguien sabe qué es una paradoja?
The door opens without anyone touching it, and as the girl retreats into the next room, his dog, who has been quiet this whole time, starts barking out like a stranger is near. It whimpers as he closes the door. The poor thing definitely doesn't want to be left alone. A coffee shop in New Jersey, known only as the Cafe, is rumored to be quite haunted.
Poor puppy.
This used to be a hardware store long ago, and every day at 3 in the afternoon, the old owner is said to still make rounds. A paranormal investigation team sets up a camera to test the rumor out, and sure enough, at 3 in the afternoon, this light anomaly plays against the wall. It looks like someone is walking through the room at first, but then again, it could simply be light reflecting off the window of a vehicle driving by. Roughly half an hour later is when a second camera records this chair moving by itself. First it pulls out and then it smoothly goes back into place like somebody sitting at the table. There are no strings on the legs and no visible shadow on the wall, so I think it could have been a ghost like they say it was. The ghost hunters also claim to have heard footsteps too, but unfortunately the video evidence does not have sound, so there's no way to verify that part of their investigation. This happened in May of 2020. So hopefully we get more potential ghost sightings from this coffee shop in the near future. A YouTuber in Belgium has a ghost in...
Yeah, I'm not so sure about that one. You know, the footage is compelling, but is it real? Is my big question, because you know, while we can't see string on the video, it doesn't mean it wasn't there. Could have been really thin fishing wire.
in the window. And when I say in the window, I mean literally.
This is my window. Strange. Go away. What is it? Go away. Spirit.
He's not running his finger up the blinds because there's a heavy curtain in front of it. So tell me if you think a ghost is moving objects like he says.
No way.
Considering this is the only paranormal video he has, and the rest of his channel is about nothing but guitars, I think it could be real. Here's a vintage ghost video taken back when most people did not know how to edit anything at all. A ghost hunter travels to an abandoned house in Virginia on a road in the woods with no streetlights and no neighbors. A CCTV system is set up, which looks old-fashioned by today's standards, but was state-of-the-art back in 2002, and at 8:13 at night, this pale ghost in the window is caught on camera. The ghost in the window is not the investigator. He's standing behind the camera adjusting it at the time. According to him, this window is 7 feet off the ground with no way for anyone to get up there in the first place.
Ooh, wow.
I was thinking it was a passing car, but he says the street was quiet as always, so maybe it was an apparition after all. Ryan Layton records what he says is a full-bodied apparition jumping over the table in his apartment. At 2 minutes, there is a loud noise, and some kind of pale, ghost-like figure appears in front of the camera. But is it paranormal or something else is the question. The webcam is low quality and skipping frames, so this could simply be somebody shining a flashlight directly at it to create the illusion of a ghost. Let me know what you make of this video, because to me it's kind of hard to tell if this video is supernatural or nothing special. A YouTuber named...
Yeah, I'm calling Trick of the Light on that one.
El Indocente is making a tutorial about how to repair a corroded window in his home. First, he puts special tape over it and hits it with some kind of industrial cleaning agent. Next, he removes the tape and applies more cleaner to get it sparkling like new. But here's a step he never expected to see. The ghostly image of his father unexplainably looking back at him. El Indocente swears that this is real and has no idea how his father's likeness is imprinted on the glass. I suspect that there is a way to transfer photographs onto glass that I'm not aware of. Let me know if this is some kind of special...
This is actually just CG. I mean, look how it appears. Look how it appears.
Likeness is imprinted on the glass. I suspect that...
See, there's nothing there to distinguish. But then it just kind of fades in, like it was edited like that.
There is a way to transfer photographs onto glass that I'm not aware of. Let me know if this is some kind of special technique he's using, or if that's really a ghost in the window like he says. This bizarre home CCTV video reveals a scary moment when a mysterious shadow figure creeps across someone's front yard, moving down and to the right and running along the length of their fence. I guess it could be a bug flying by, but the way it comes from around the house and continues through the yard is the same path a person would take on foot. The person who took this video thinks it's probably a shadow figure, and after reviewing the paranormal evidence, I believe him. Two friends stand on the edge of the woods, looking for...
Could have been an animal of some kind, but it's moving pretty fast.
A figure that's said to haunt their suburban neighborhood.
I'm gonna say either ghost or bug, close to the camera.
In Missouri, what they encounter while exploring this forest has left people asking if it's real or fake for years since. A shadow person kneels in the woods, regarding them without saying a single word. They see the shadow for only a moment, but it's scary enough to make them drop the camera and run, and upload it onto YouTube. If you listen closely, moments before they see the strange figure, you can hear his friend Ben saying he feels something piercing through him, something like its cold, lifeless stare. Salem, Massachusetts is considered to be one of the most haunted places in all of the United States due to its lengthy history of hunting witches and the foul spirits they bring.
That's pareidolia. That's pareidolia. What's meant to look like the eyes right here is a glare coming from the glass, blending in with the top of this part right here, with the base of the top right here. What looks like the nose and the mouth is the bulbs for the lantern. That's pareidolia.
This ghost sighting was posted on Twitter by none other than the mayor of Salem. Eerie is how she describes it. A ghostly face with a furrowed brow and chiseled nose stares back at the mayor with a stern frown. I don't know if this lamppost is of historical significance, but it definitely seems to have become imbued with a spirit of some sort over the years. I doubt the mayor was doing this for attention, since she is already a high-ranking public official and gets enough of that already. If anything, the fact that she is willing to put her political career on the line by claiming that spirits are real shows how much she believes in what she saw. I've got a challenge for you. Since you've made it this far, why not like this video and hit subscribe?
Oh, hey, what are you doing? No. I misclicked. I'm not gonna say the mayor was lying or anything like that, but it's pareidolia. Unless you can show me a similar lamp in the same area that doesn't look like that, yeah, it's pareidolia.
Number 1. Jose Cruz is stuck at home in Arlington, Virginia, so he decides to take a random video of the rain. Only when looking at the video much later does he notice the ghost of a girl twisting in the wind for a brief moment before fading away. From what I understand, falling rain is one of the most difficult things to fake in terms of video editing, which makes me think the ghost sighting is real. The more times you look at it, the more it looks like she really does stop, consider him for a moment, and then goes on her way. I mean, wind or not, rain shouldn't move like that unless something is physically under it. Things went very wrong when these ghost hunters went exploring the scariest, most haunted places.
Alright. Last video. Scary videos you will not forget tonight by King Frostmare.
Hello guys, time for scary videos featuring a creepy encounter in an old basement and a really odd capture outside the family's home. Now let's buckle up and stay frosty. The following video was featured by Believe a Paranormal Experience. They have received a message from a user who captured a really odd apparition at the old Paulding jail, which is located in Ohio. It was built in 1876 and remained open until 2006. Many eyewitnesses have reported of strange sightings and noises in there. Nowadays the jail is open to paranormal enthusiasts and thrill seekers who can enjoy a tour through this old abandoned building or explore it by themselves even. One day, a man with the name Jim Colozzi states that he had caught something really unexplainable. He had several paranormal experiences in the house where he grew up in as a child. In this particular video, Jim was on the second floor of the jail cells. He broke away from the group to see if he could gather some evidence in one of the abandoned corridors. His phone was recording with a night vision app, but he couldn't come up with anything, so he thought at least. The next day, he went through his footage and found the following.
Okay.
He says that it was the first time that he could capture a video of a full shadow figure. And sure enough, we can see a shadow person coming out of the wall to the right, seemingly looking at Jim. It's also possible that this shadow is coming out of a door, but pretty hard to say though. What do you guys think happened here? Could it be an employee that was playing a prank? Or has Jim captured a
If it was an employee, that it have more identifiable features because of the lighting.
proper shadow figure here? And he said that he was the only person in that area. Strange.
That's a legit shadow figure right there. Shadow behind me?
The next video was recorded by Kitty
There's a shadow behind me.
And it was brought to my attention by Tanya Sanderson. I have featured Kathy Gallinger and her haunted home for a while now, and we all probably know that some evil entities are dwelling in the basement of her home. This particular day, Kathy was recording an update video for her followers. She was talking about all the crazy activity that has happened in 2021 already, and that her house seemed to be more active than ever before. It was a regular Wednesday, and Kathy was alone during the day. She uploaded her video as per usual and didn't notice that something was wrong with it. It didn't take long for the first viewer to notice a weird object in the background. Let's take a look.
Happy Wednesday, TikTok. Everything in the house has been really crazy lately. I've been posting videos to show you kind of what's been going on. So the house is getting really active in 2021. Getting our next live stream, and hopefully, guys, it'll be released soon. It just depends on mine and my husband's schedule. And as soon as we can get back to doing live streams down in the basement where you can kind of see crazy stuff happening, we will be doing that. So please stay tuned. I will keep you updated with the haunting. Cheers.
Oh, I was looking at the stuff over here. I was looking at the stuff over here.
Entering the screen from the left side, and then it makes it into the kitchen, and it just lingers around in there. And it seems to be moving for the whole time. Kathy says she can see a hat, so she connects it to the Hatman shadow. Can you too? I'm not sure actually, but it's for certain that there's definitely a haunting taking place in this residence. How creepy thinking about her being all by herself in that moment though, isn't it? The next recording was posted by user Dear L, who stumbled over one of his screen captures, which she had taken many years ago. The user states, I recorded this on my old video camera, only thing I had at the time. I filmed it in a place I used to work, which is an old hotel. I heard stories of ghosts, so I decided to check it out. In the video I filmed my manager taking us to the basement. There were no women in the area, and I didn't hear anything at that time. I worked in the hotel as a kitchen porter. There was only one woman working that night with a whole team of dudes. She was working at the bar at that time, and everyone in the video is a male. If I would have heard anything strange, I would have definitely turned around, like anyone would. We walked into the hotel basement where I used to work, and then you can hear the following. He continues, I know it's hard to believe. Even the guys I worked with at the time, who aren't in the video, didn't even believe it at first. I posted it here because I know it's true.
What?
I know there's a ghost asking for help, who's being ignored, and it's really sad that I can't go to do more investigations. What do you guys think happened here? What could they capture? Was it the screams of a deceased one?
Oh, the woman screaming? Oh.
Speaking of really creepy encounters that unfold in front of us and that we can't
If it was that I was supposed to listen for, that's
posted by
creepy.
Chiron John. He states that it was initially captured by his girlfriend.
Or that was just one of the women workers down there getting scared about seeing like a shadow or something like that.
She was living with some roommates at the time, but they had been out on a vacation over the winter break. They were the reason why she wanted to record a short video in the first place, you know, to send to them. Apparently the building they were living in was kinda old, so it's always possible that some spirits from the past remain. His girlfriend just came home that afternoon, and after getting her keys ready to open the door, the following happened.
What? Who is it? Welcome home, everyone. Oh wait, no one's home.
What the hell?
That, Kai believes that she captured a creepy voice saying, "Hey."
Who is it? Welcome home, everyone.
Can you hear the same? Another user speculated that it might have only been the door, but it does really sound like a voice. What other origins could this weird noise have?
Welcome home, everyone. Oh wait, no one's home.
That is
An eerie thought
creepy.
that she had to spend several days in there alone, wouldn't you say?
Who is it? Welcome home, everyone. Oh wait, no one's home.
That's creepy.
Matt has sent the next video, and it was posted by Rick on Look Now TV. Apparently a viewer of his has sent him the following footage. James is a loss prevention detective who also pulls night shifts once in a while. It is unknown if the building in question has any paranormal backstory, but let's assume it doesn't. James noticed something really odd that was captured one night. It was 3 in the morning, and he and his colleague were surveilling the cameras. Apparently the system was triggered just minutes before, after the police had arrived and did find nothing. This one particular camera by the back door captured the following.
Crazy. This is at 3 in the morning?
Yeah. Okay,
oh my God,
yeah.
do it again. 3:31 a.m. Or right at 3:30, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like 3:31:11.
It comes out of the... Look at that.
It's really mysterious how a shadow apparition seems to be coming out of the right side wall, and then it is
that just gave me
disappearing
some
towards
chills.
the left. Was it a coincidence that the security system was triggered just moments before that? While it is possible that it was just a bug, James, his colleague, and many other viewers think otherwise. While we will not be 100% certain on that one, it is quite a coincidence. James states that they have weird things happening in there once in a while, but never could they capture an actual shadow just like that. Well, what do you think?
Scary.
This is at 3 in the morning?
Yeah.
Oh my God, do it again. 3:31 a.m. Or right at 3:30, wasn't it?
Yeah. It's like 3:31:11.
It comes out of the... Look at that.
The following was posted by user Akasha7117, and she asks, "Does anyone else see this man behind me? I was about to take a picture of my kid when he was sleeping. It was kind of dark in the room, but he was so cute. However, the camera was turned in my direction, and then I saw this behind me."
Okay.
This is just my forehead. A user answers her, "If I look really hard, I can see a man with a thin mustache, but the funny part is, it looks like he's wearing a mask on his chin, like some people do. Are you sure you didn't catch someone breaking into your home?" Akasha answers, "Yes, I see it too. It's a small bedroom and I have my door closed, and I'm sitting on the bed, and if you see the line in the back, that's the wall. But this dude is on the roof. Can he be tall like that?" Believe me, after this I checked under the bed, but could not find anything. I have thoughts about someone in my apartment sometimes, because when I come home, my lights are turned on, but I check everywhere and no one is in my house. And the user answers,
That's creepy.
"Are you sure you don't have a case of someone secretly living in your home? It sounds crazy, but it happens." What do you guys think? Did she catch a man that is secretly living in her home? Or was it something paranormal?
It looks
Or just
paranormal to me.
pareidolia?
It could just be pareidolia.
The following incident
But
was
I
shared
don't
on the
know.
profile of user.
I don't know what it could what else it could look like, though.
Cat 94. They have captured a really strange encounter on their security camera one night. It is mounted outside of their house, and they noticed that a really odd event took place.
My video camera was recording and no one was out back. Took a look, no one was out back. Check this out. Watch in between the square. Mainly watch this spot right here.
And there it is.
And no one's there.
And then you see this little orb right here.
And then you keep-
watch. Babe. Look at that. No one's out back.
It just sits there too.
It does. It just sits right there.
And you can see the whole shadow, like a
That's
person.
nuts. I don't know how long it sits
Goes
there
away.
for. Orb goes away. Comes back. Now watch. The person's gonna disappear.
It's like they just. It's like.
And those orbs that,
Boom,
that
gone.
just flew away.
They then check outside to see where the shadow could originate from, but they are clueless. It just popped up on screen, then vanishes. And it looks pretty humanoid. What do you think happened here? Was the material tampered with by any chance? Whatever the reason for this apparition, it's pretty unsettling. Could this figure be wearing a coat even?
I remember my conclusion
Thank
for
you
this
so
one
much for
was
watching.
that it was real.
You can see the whole shadow, like a
That's
person.
nuts. I don't know how long it sits.
Alright, well. That's the last one, guys. Thank you for joining me. I'm sorry that this one kind of turned into a disaster. Just problem after problem. You know, my OBS crashing, the what I thought was paranormal activity, my own chair, and all the times my videos that I was watching were lagging. But I hope you still enjoyed. You know, leave a comment down below what part is your favorite one, and subscribe if you're new. My count's going up really fast, and you know I'm just thank you all so much for the support. It means so much to me. I'm almost at 120 subscribers, and it was only like a couple weeks ago I hit 100. But you know, it's just my channel seems to be flourishing now, and I'm loving that. So thank you all so much, and leave a like if you enjoyed, and I will see you guys next week for more Saturday Night Scares, and join us and also join me Monday through Friday for more Doki Doki Blue Skies. Until then,